keep them here on the J rope. So I'm cognizant of the different sports and things. I mean, looking at some skateboarding here just because it kind of blends into photography. We'll keep the J rope going. We're looking at football, like the design of that, and kind of like the position we're looking at is like developing this quarterback tight end mix, I guess. It's like a quarterback, but you can basically be a tight end too. Again, you gotta develop it over time, but it's adding more things to what the offensive coordinator can come up with. If you have players that start developing like this, if you have tight ends that can throw and catch, it's going to be an additional weapon. It just kind of flows together quite a bit. Like those positions, they can be put in motion a lot. And when you're working in laterals, so maybe you have a secondary quarterback on the field that is getting some type of lateral system or throwback. I mean, the coordinators are creative enough to begin coming up with it, but you have to sort of player develop that thing. It's like a quarterback slash, wide receiver, quarterback slash. And it's like just not really a thing that is a thing, but they come up with slight variations of positions over time if it kind of makes sense. It's more like commonplace, but it's just metrics. It's just geometry and math and what makes sense and what flows and what works best. What's the most cyclical or circular or in motion and fluid and a lot of the great minds, they've come up with the architecture systems and how to build roads and work with precision. Is probably the best achievements of the intellectual stuff is building the roads, building the freeways, architecture, building the buildings, stuff like that. I mean, that's the mathematics that was present to build the intellectual thought of that. It took a lot of brain power, and I don't know if we have that brain power, but